Hey everyone, Novacore here, and in this video I'm going to be doing something a little bit different regarding sound design. In this video I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a Marconi Union style ambient pad. I made a small little track here just to show off the pad, and the pad is all of these presets here, but it's not anything to get intimidated by because it is very, very simple to make. These are made in massive, so without further ado, let's play it. So yeah, you get the idea. Obviously it's not right on compared to what they made in Weightless, but I think it's pretty reflective of what their style is. So without further ado, I'm going to open up Massive and we will get started. So first, File, New Sound. The first wavetable is going to be a sine square, and you're going to turn it all the way to the sine wave. Obviously all you're going to get is a sine sound. That's all you get right now. The second wavetable, you're going to leave it at square saw 1, and you're going to turn the amp halfway. And then the final one, it's going to be a vulgar wavetable, and you're going to turn the amperage down just a little bit, and the intensity will be all the way up. Next, we'll go to the Modulation Oscillator, turn that on, turn it down an octave. I did this automatically by holding the Alt button on my keyboard and just dragging down, and it automatically brings you down an octave. And the ring modulation will be on the second oscillator, and we'll bring that up to about there. And the phase is going to be on the first oscillator, and we'll bring it down. Obviously it's not sounding like a pad right now, but through the filtering it will. So the first and only filter that you're going to use is the low pass 4, and you're going to turn the resonance all the way down, and you're going to turn this knob all the way up to the C, and that's what you get. Next we're going to add reverb and turn the size up slightly. As you can hear, we're already starting to get sort of a paddy sound. And next thing we're going to do is under the fourth envelope, which is the envelope that's on the amp modulation, you're going to turn the attack up to about here where the T is. And that's what you get after that. After this, we're going to apply a phaser. And the rate of the phaser is really depending on what you really want to shape your sound. I left all these for the very first preset the same as where they are. So I just left 50, 50, 50, and I believe the rate was around here. And that's what you get. And finally we're going to add some white noise, and we'll put it up to around here, about halfway. What the white noise does is it sort of adds kind of an ambient background to it. And I'm just going to copy the MIDI track here and place it here, and you'll get to hear what the preset sounds like. So that's just for our very first pad. The rest of these presets here are pretty much the exact same sound. So what you're going to want to do is just hit Control D. And for this preset here, everything is going to remain the same. same, except we're going to throw an EQ on there. And I'm going to get rid of all the lows. And this is going to be our mid-range sound for the most part. And all you're really going to change with this preset is the cutoff of the low-pass filter, which we're going to put just past the F. And this sound will sound like this. So that's that. Now, because Marconi Union's sounds are very bottom heavy, we don't really want the mid-range to be very harsh, so I'm going to bring this down probably by around -15. That should be good. And then our next sound is where things change just a little bit more. So I'll show you what we have so far by combining these presets. So that's what we have when we take those two presets and put them together. And for this sound here, we're going to be changing one of the wavetables from a sine square to a square saw. And we'll put it all the way to the saw area, and we're going to up the amp of the second oscillator up just a little bit. Now this one is going to provide a little bit more movement, this specific sound here. It doesn't really sound a whole lot different from the first pad, but what we're going to do with this one is lower the rate even more. And we're going to increase the feedback and increase the depth almost the whole way. Now what this is going to do is give the pad a lot more movement as well. As you can hear, it's sort of starting to sound a little bit spacey. And that's it for that preset there. And for our final preset, it's going to be the same thing as our second preset right up here, except this time we're going to make a band pass filter via an EQ, which will look something like this. So whether you're in FL Studio or in Ableton, just make sure your EQ looks like this. And then in your preset, what you want to do is up the cutoff of low pass 4, just like we did with the second preset, and you get this. So what this preset is doing is it's providing an emphasis on the phasery part of the sound, which is done through right here, and it gives it more of a spacey kind of feel to it. So when you put all four of these sounds together, and obviously turn the volume down for the fourth one as well, that way it doesn't really clash with the rest of them. I had it as -3 up here, so we'll just keep it around the same, and this is what they sound like all together. So that's essentially the pad. I may put the presets for this in the description just in case you guys don't want to watch this tutorial, even though I think this is a very simple sound to make. Also, if you're curious about these synthesizers right here, this brushed bell hits. This is a factory preset in Operator. So if you go to Operator, go under Mallets, you should be able to find the brushed bell hits. I use this preset here, as you can hear. And this one is one that I made from scratch in Operator as well, but it's really simple. It's just a sine wave. I like this sound because it's very simple and it provides a little bit of space. All you have to do, I'll make it really, really quickly for you guys just in case you're curious. Just load in an Operator. You're going to keep this at the same, and you're going to put this at around at -53. And that's pretty much it for that. Turn the chorus up to 2. And then for your first oscillator, drag the envelope down like this. I should solo it first. Obviously it's not really sounding like anything right now, but as soon as you put a reverb on it, increase the dry wet, increase the decay. That's what you get as the end result. Is just, and just to show you that it's the same thing. It's the same sound. So this is sort of how you make a Marconi Union style pad, and also I suppose the sine wave sound that they used in Weightless. And these brush bell hits were just a little touch that I added. And if you're curious where I got this kick drum from, it's from the Direct sample pack. I believe it's $10. It's arguably, if you're into making future garage or anything like that, in my opinion, it's the best sample pack you can get out there. It's small, but it's so good. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this tutorial. If you learned something, if you liked it, please let me know. Leave a comment down below. If you want more sound design, if you want to make a sound design request for a style of sound, I'm not going to take specific sounds like, oh, make the bass from this song. I'm not going to do that. If you want to learn how to make more burial style pads or whatever, let me know. And that's pretty much it, guys. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.